What up, my freaks? Ruinous Insight here with another Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2 Skalgrim Mod ship spotlight. So continuing our look at the Necrons and the new ships that the mod has given them, we are now moving on to the Immotek Cairn, the specialist close combat cairn variant, and a fairly interesting but easy to analyze ship just by virtue of the simplicity of the concept. Now the Immotek Cairn does share pretty much all of its stats with the regular cairn, with some exceptions. It's obviously a little bit more expensive, and by virtue of that, a little bit more tanky, but only with an extra 500 hull points. That's not a lot, and is in fact making it less efficient in terms of its point per HP value than the regular cairn is. So that is something that you got to keep in mind. It's a little bit less tanky than I would expect it to be, but you also have to remember that it is not as close combat specialized as the Apophis, for example. So there's a little bit of difference there, which is obviously we'll do another spotlight of the Apophis itself, but that leans a little bit more heavily into the close combat stuff. Anyway, the Immotek Cairn, it still has, unlike the Apophis, the good troop efficiency, but otherwise very, very similar stats to the regular cairn, including its hull, as the 500 points is pretty negligible. It is, however, a little bit faster at 240 speed instead of the 200, and has 40 defense turrets instead of the 20 of the regular cairn. So doubling up on the amount of turrets does help it defend against enemy fighters where it needs to, and thus you probably don't need to bring a carrier to support it unless you're really facing a lot of enemy carriers. Obviously, with the two waves, the access to the two Star Pulse waves, they can handle themselves, plus the 40 defense turrets. Although I do got to point out that you can make a fleet with two Immotek Cairns and then a Scourge, and then I think 3 Jackals or something like that, which is a pretty decent fleet, but we're not going to do that this time. But yeah, as I said, it'll be fine, more or less, without the additional fighter support. Obviously, like the regular cairn, it does have a spur, and it does need it, as it is a close combat variant. We've already gone through the troops and all the various stats that it has, as they are the same. It also does same type of boarding damage and lightning strike damage, which does make sense because it once again has the regular troop efficiency. Other than all of that, there's really only a couple things to mention. Again, it is a cairn, so it is immune to criticals, and the most important thing is its weapon type, and I guess its appearance, which we'll get to in a couple seconds. The weapon type is a pair of two different type of lightning arc weaponries. One that fires only forward, the lightning arc artillery, and I do find it a little bit odd that this is a lightning arc artillery, but actually fires on only 9,000 units. For some reason, I feel like this was originally meant to fire at 13,500, because I'm pretty sure that light cruiser, I think, might be the... it's not the Sekhem. In fact, wait, I just want to double check. Cartouche, maybe? Lightning arc... No, that's a battery weapon. That's a 13,500. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. No, yeah, your Lightning Arc Artillery is also 9,000. Yeah, okay, I'm wrong. Ignore me. I was remembering this, the Lightning Arc battery weapons that are broadsides, but do have the 13,500 range. I guess I was just wishing that this thing fired a little bit further, considering it's essentially a weaker version of the Lightning Arc turret. It does a little bit less damage, but fires a little bit more often, but it actually has less critical chances and a significantly decreased firing arc on top of that. So, yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the benefit of this weapon is, other than the fact that it's just adding a lot more of these, or the fact that I guess you can't really fit any more turrets onto this ship. I was just thinking that maybe it would be a little bit better if it could fire a little bit further, if it had this much weaker forward angle. However, once again, I do want to point out that you're probably pointing your ship forward towards the enemy a lot of the time anyway, as it is as it does have a spur, and you're probably wanting to get some rams in there. And on top of that, what's it called? You're already going to be so close that the 9,000 versus 13,000 is going to matter all that much. And on top of that, it's already a very strong ship. There's probably no need to buff it up any further. Oh, and this is a cool little structure. I thought is this a dolmen gate? I feel like the other dolmen gates looks a little bit different. I don't remember this like middle structure, but I could be wrong. Oh, I guess it is a dolmen gate, yeah. I guess I never just noticed that middle structure. And why would there be 2 gates right beside each other here? And a third one there? Wait, this is a little bit gate heavy, although I guess maybe it's just for a lot of forces coming in from different places for the Dark Throne there. Anyway, let's, I mean, there's really no need to analyze the weapons any further because it's 100% lightning arcs. This does mean you don't need the arc propagator weapon, but it does mean that you're probably going to be stuck in dispersed lightning arc 100% of the time, unless you're fighting one ship, essentially, in which case you might want to switch to reload, or maybe 1 or 2 ships, but 99% of the time, you're going to get a lot more mileage out of dispersion just by virtue of the fact that you got nothing but lightning arcs. As for appearance, it's almost identical to the regular cairn. And I do say almost because there are some subtle differences. First of all, it does have these 2, I think these are jackals, welded to it. Well, some escorts welded to the hull here. On the underside, it has these little things that are a little bit more busy than the regular cairn. It's a little bit more so than the regular cairn has on the underside there, as we can see. Right here, the regular cairn is a much simpler design, very, very light on the extra stuff. So yeah. And back to you, Immotek Cairn. There we go. And also we can see all these lightning arc turrets in here. Then we also have these extra little pyramids down here, and on top of that, what appears to be a Tau ship welded to the bottom of the hull here. Kind of hard to spot, but you can definitely make out those telltale manta wings under. And I was wondering where this thing was from, and that I believe is from that Tau ship. But from far away, you can't quite tell, and it does look pretty cool. I just wish that those wing tips could be sheared away, or that they were a slightly different color, but it honestly doesn't really matter that much. Now, it looks like a very cohesive ship. Once again, it is a cairn variant, so it does make sense that it looks a lot like a cairn. Anyway, let's take a look at those color schemes real quickly and then jump into some battles, shall we? There we go, Mefrit, the one I keep taking on various fleets there. Neferu, which we all should be familiar with. Nefrek with the golden hull. And the green, very nice. And Nihilak with the telltale light blue hull, which is very hard to spot in this lighting. But you know it's there. Novak is the one I'm going with this time. The all red, the aggressive red for an aggressive dynasty, and I feel like that that fits with this particular ship. Although Thoct is also very nice. It's a hard choice. It's definitely a hard choice. Maybe we go Thoct instead. Just to see those blue LEDs in action. They are very pretty after all. Yeah, Sawtek. Sawtek is always also looking nice because of the light gray hull and then the red blades. But we've already done Sawtek for like 2 or 3 showcases, and I don't think we need to. Temerin looks very similar to Charnavok and Neferu, so it's not all that much different. So, yeah, despite the green hull instead of the darker hull. Yeah, you know what? Let's go with Thoct this time. I'm liking the gray blades and the blue LEDs. Maybe we'll do red with the Apophis because it's even more of an aggressive ship, I suppose I'd say. Plus, it would match the Hellfire beams. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. That's the ship. Let's go Fleet Builder, save, and oh, you're right. This is the fleet we're bringing. 2 IMOTEK Cairns, a pair of shrouds to hide behind them and add a little bit of identification region. I'll get into why I'm doing this a little bit later, and a bunch of escorts. Now, there is a reason why I decided to bring in a bunch of escorts, and that reason is the fact that because we have nothing but lightning arcs, we really want to take as much advantage of Structural Analyzer as possible. Increases lightning arcs critical chances by 200% against enemy ships which have been marked using the scanner skill. So we're going to be marking enemies, and we're going to help to keep some of our escorts alive, to keep them permanently marked up. Now, other than that, I was really trying hard to decide between Living Metal Substructure with the plus 30% HP to escorts, or the Nightmare Shroud, and I feel like still, despite the fact that we're using a bunch of escorts, we're probably going to be benefiting more from the Nightmare Shroud, because a lot of enemies are going to be in range of this thing, and it's going to keep getting closer to them. I mean, obviously against some enemies it will do nothing, but, you know, against some it will. As for what we're bringing, we'll be bringing the Resurrection Orb as well as the Scarab Swarm. Resurrection Orb will benefit us more as we do to have more ships in the fleet, and they will be able to transfer troops back to the IMOTEK Cairns, which are going to be fighting up close, plus a Scarab Swarm to repair them. Alrighty, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's set up a launch. Start against the Tau. You know what? Pretty interesting. Tau might be a tough matchup, actually. It'll really depend on what kind of ships they bring. Like, if they just bring a long-range stuff, as we have to approach them, that's what's going to make it tough. We've seen how tough the Tau can be against the Azagorod in particular in that showcase. Alrighty, looking pretty nice in those Thocht colors, though. Get Thocht. I'm so stupid. Okay, let's see. You guys, well, I do still want you to advance undercover. I don't need to waste your Star Pulse waves. Obviously, you're going to start in Dispersion. You two Shrouds are going to follow them along as, you know, a little bit of fire support. And I guess you guys are going to start in... Well, you two can start in also Dispersion or maybe Reload. You know what? Start and run Silent. We'll probably switch you out after. And then you guys... You're gonna stay back. Your job is not to identify, well actually your job is to identify the enemy. You guys will provide fire support as well. You do 9,000 range, okay, so we'll pop you max range forward and we'll make you group 3 then. There we go. Alright, here we go, let's do it. Oh, you guys need to go into running silent. You guys need to avoid all those Tau missiles and ordnance. Let's try to approach them. I mean, once we get close, obviously the Tau are going to be in pretty bad shape. Now, you move at 240 and these guys move at 360, so they are considerably faster than you. We do have to keep that in mind, but you will be tanking for them, so they better be damn well grateful for what we're doing for them. Alright, let's speed it up a little bit. I assume these guys are not going to ram into these ships, and there we go. Alright, so here's what we want to do. I think we'll want to jump here. And we got some bombers coming in, that's okay, they're not going to do much. Shrouds and a lighter craft move in, and I want to get you two here and here. And then, while sitting here, we'll wait for the enemy to approach a little bit, and then we'll jump out of the ambush location. You guys can follow along as well. Get ready to identify the enemy and increase all your range, or all the damage, critical damage on all those lightning arcs. You, super fast little dirge, noble will. Well, it'll be a noble sacrifice with 500 speed. You are out here for good reason. Alright, you guys here to mark enemies. And Shrouds here to provide some fire support. Alright, here we go. Oh, it looks like the dirge has been spotted and it will be dead very, very soon. Let's see, wait, maybe we can jump it away and maybe it'll survive for a couple of extra seconds. We'll see. Now, what do we have here? Oh, they did bring a Custodian, a battleship. Very scary battleship. You guys are almost ready to jump again. Ooh, gotta watch out for those missiles. This is a decent amount of turrets, we'll be able to shoot them down. They're going after this poor little dirge, but they're getting closer and closer. And here's what we'll do. You two are going to launch defensive fighters. You two are going to launch defensive fighters as well. Shoot the enemy down. You're going to Star Pulse. I would like to use the Star Pulse wave offensively. I want to get those. I want to get those Manta bombers. Oh well, couldn't prevent them from killing that. Now I think it's time to move. Not you. You're going to follow along in a second. Ooh, wait! Look at those missiles coming in. All right, jump past the missiles and go forward. Here we go. Here we go, here we go. And I do want to watch some of this battle, so I'm going to slow it down just so we can watch it a little bit. And then you guys are going to move in around this. I just don't want to waste that, because these guys are going to kill so many enemies very, very quickly, and I don't want to allow that to be too fast. So I want you marking up everybody on this side, and I want you marking up everybody on this side. And let's just watch them... Watch them spread the love. I guess you can board some enemies while you're here. Oh, you're just a little bit too far. You can try to ram the Custodian. Ooh, the effect of that Disruptor Bomb looking really cool. I don't remember watching the Disruptor Bomb happen slowed down before, so that's pretty damn nice. Alright, you guys, I guess we can speed it back up to normal now as we actually fight this battle. Move forward. Get ready to kill those Manta Bombers with your Star Pulse wave. There it is. And we are taking damage from the enemy ships. Yeah, look at that. Nice. You guys provide some fire support. And in fact, all of you move out here. You can, I guess, board this, but all of you auto-engage. There you go. IMOTEK Cairns can take care of the rest of the fleets. I want you a little bit closer to identify the enemies again and buff them up, but we are certainly starting to take damage here. Ram these Tau. I did say the Tau could be a worrying enemy to face. Here we go, mark them up, increase those critical chances. I wonder how the criticals did, though. 50% of weaponry destroyed, pretty damn good. Yeah, you need to be careful, though. Alrighty, these guys are running out of ships, and how are you guys? Oh, wow. Well done. Fire support is doing a reasonably good job. In fact, you guys can launch some fighters at you, and in fact, you guys can launch some fighters at them too. Nice. And well, you can wrap this crude vessel. Ram this crude vessel, not wrap this crude vessel. I guess we got the match under wraps. And now I'm imagining wrapping Necrons. I feel like that's something Trizin might pull off. Anyway, because he... Let's see, what was I gonna say? Ram was gonna say that ram the Necrons, and the ram does certainly do a lot of damage. We did take quite a bit of damage with our first vessel. I think the mistake I made in that particular fight was moving in the Admiral first, as the enemy thus aggroed to it and did a lot more damage to it than I did the second ship. Should have moved the second ship first so that it took the brunt of the enemy attack, but it still worked out very, very well. We obliterated that. Let's now move on to a harder enemy. Let's go with the Tyranids. Probably the hardest, although we are good at swarm killing. So I'm actually curious how well we can fight the Tyranids in particular here. We'll have to be careful with the Admiral, though. At this time, I will have quickly learned my lesson. Alrighty, nice looking Thocht ships as usual, and ooh, yes. And on top of that, we've got this particular system, which does kind of match the color scheme that we got going on here. You guys also, once again, going to fall behind the rest of us. Tyranids might launch Harpies, but you know what? I think... hard to say. They might launch Harpies. Let's go over here and just in case. I don't want to take too much damage from that nonsense. Let's do this, let's do this. You guys are going to be group 1, 2, 3. Same sort of purpose for you, little fella, are going to... Ponderous? You're not ponderous at all. You are very much not ponderous. Run silent, dispersion, and even you guys are going to disperse. You're going to help out with this fleet. Ready, up, go. And, oh! They brought a Pyroclast. Oh, these poor Tyranids. Well, it looks like we'll be fighting a Pyroclastic Titan. They'll still be ramming us, I guess. I was hoping for more swarm ships and not a lot of enemy... ships that relied on lighting us on fire, but oh well. You know, that's something that makes the Necrons particularly good against the Tyranids in the first place, so, yeah. Not all that surprising. Alright, you guys move out immediately. Let's just not let them launch another set of fighters. And in fact, let's just speed it up a little bit while we approach them. We'll still do another battle against the Space Marines, who should still be quite difficult. Alrighty, you. I want you to identify the enemy fleet as soon as you yourself get identified. Jump right here and identify, and switch to brace. You guys all auto-engage. You guys move it in. And, you know what, let's slow it down because the Tyranids are moving in and it's going to once again be nothing, we won't be able to see what's happening. You two, attack, cancel order. You two, 0 engagement distance, cancel order. Let's go, yes, auto-engage. You two are going to go 4.5 engagement range, cancel order, please. And you guys are fine as you are, although maybe we'll move one of you in. Alrighty, well the swarm killing, as you can see, is already going quite well. I guess we can activate our Scarab Swarm now and keep on moving in. You, go for it. Probably should move the, like, smaller ships out. In fact, you know, jump among the swarm and use your Star Pulse Wave offensively. There we go, you, ram them. There we go. Yeah, this fleet is gonna get obliterated here. This is not what they wanted at all. And I do want you to keep... Yeah, there we go. Keep marking up the enemy, increase those critical chances. You are starting to take damage. Oh, you're also getting hit by Harpies. You know what? I probably could have saved that Star Pulse Wave. We can move you a little bit closer, like say right here. Use that Star Pulse Wave on those fighters. There we go. And you, well, I guess we could transfer some troops to you. There we go. That's partly why I brought this these ships in the first place. Nice. Keep transferring troops. And how about the rest of these fleets? Ooh, we could also use our Resurrection Orb. Yeah, why not? Why not? We might not get a chance to use it again. You too. Well, keep using Dispersion for now. The swarm is pretty much out of the picture already, at which point we can switch to reload and kill the Pyroclastic Titan. Weirdly enough, it's not behaving correctly in the sense that it's not ramming us, but it's still doing very respectable damage. You gotta remember that this thing can still very much dish it out, even if it can't ram us on fire. Oh, it was trying to bait. Yes, I've seen the AI do this behavior before. Oh, they got Drool Cannon. Neat. Yeah, they actually baited our ability out. I like that. I like that very much. Reload, you are going to need... Oh, let's hit you with an Ancestral Terror immediately. And then you hit this guy with an Ancestral Terror right back. You jump out of this. You jump out of this as well. Alrighty, and one of our ships is fleeing out here. Huh, why are you all running out of... Well, it's okay. It's okay, yeah, we can see how tough this particular ship is, regardless of the fact that it is not able to ride us on... What the hell are you guys running from? Nobody's attacking you. Ooh, yeah, you might be dead. Yeah, Pyroclastic Titan, despite the fact that... okay, wait, you need to Scarab Swarm. Can you survive this for a couple more seconds? We just need a couple more seconds of you being alive. Yeah, so you go here now. Go here and sit right here. Alright, now it's your turn. Your turn to take care of this guy. You can't rally and you can't reconstruct. Ooh, wow, we're close to you routing, which is kind of unfortunate. Let's kill this enemy admiral, #1 target. And we should probably also transfer troops while we're at it. From whoever we can. Shroud. Okay, everybody here switch to reload. Pyroclastic Titan. I'm very happy that you're quite powerful. You can't rally, and you are close to being able to rout, which I really don't like. Oh well. Yeah, we're at half HP here, but if the entire fleet routes, that's obviously going to be a problem. Very obviously going to be a problem. Alrighty, keep that marked up. You are very, very close to... Oh, there it is. There it is. You know what? Wait for the ram, and then we'll override. Now, override. Damn it. Overrided 1 second too late. I was trying to maintain it to not run away, but that's okay. Oh, for the love of... Transfer troops, please. I don't care. Alright, you have healed a little bit. Let's start transferring troops back to some of these ships. At least it's not doing a crazy amount of damage to us. You know, let's try to surround it so that if it does ram us, it can't really ram us all. You are going to switch back to reload. Which, what's the reload speed here? 3.6 and 4.32. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. You guys keep doing your thing. You keep doing your thing as well. You switch back to reload. Oh, and you can't actually see us here. Oh, you know what? Let's get that resurrection orb now. There we go. Resurrected a few ships, and oh, we're gonna ram one of the lighter cruisers. That's okay. I'd much rather you ram those. And you guys stay back now. Stay back. You get out of here. Don't get screamed at. Huh? Does the scream kill fighters or no? I guess we're about to find out. We can also repair. Well, actually, there's no need to repair. You guys go right here. We'll identify that. What are you doing? Are you kidding me right now? Are you freaking kidding me right now? Wow, what a stupid ship. That's actually making me pretty salty, because what the hell is this? What are you doing? Our ship wasn't moving, you damn idiot. You know what? You deserve to die for that. I'm not even gonna get you back, in the sense that I wasn't gonna give you an Ancestral Terror. And jump right behind it now. There we go. You two, keep firing on it. You're still full HP, and let's get another Scarab Storm activated, and I guess you should be dead now. Reload, reload. You're going to become a Drifting Hulk in a second, but we can move you. Scan. Transfer. Keep fighting. There we go. Very, very close. At least in terms of troops, but unfortunately for the enemy, it no longer has the troop capacity to do anything. Keep hitting them with those lightning arcs, and I do once again want to point out that this ship is a swarm killer ship. It is not a single target killer like the Azagorod. It's not going to dish out nearly the kind of damage as the crazy single target weapons that the Necrons have. It's meant to destroy swarms like the supporting ships of the Tyranids. So we saw how well it did at that, and if they had nothing but swarm ships, it would have killed them at almost exactly the same kind of rate, but it would have still had trouble against the bigger ships. Alrighty, so that was a pretty decently difficult fight, although we are running out of time. I do want to take out at least one more. I think the Eldari would be pretty easy. Space Marines could be always... Man, I always end up doing, like, Tyranids, Space Marines, and one random one, don't I? Glass Cannon, Asurieta. You know what? The Drukari can sometimes be tough. Let's try to take it against the Drukari. Let's see how they do. And just for fun. Because the Space Marines would work very similarly to the Tyranids once again. Or not, yeah, to the Tyranids. It's a very similar concept. Although they would be a lot more reliant on ordnance. Already, once again, you guys looking real nice. Ooh, that's a nice shot as well. Very nice shot. Now, Thocht showing off. Let's have you guys moving right here. Group 1. Group 3. Nope, you're going to be Group 4. You're going to be Group 2. There we go. Run silent. And disperse, and disperse. There we go, ready up. Speed it up. Speed it up to max, wait for their ordnance to come here, let them close the distance a little bit, and then move right into this asteroid field to hide from said ordnance. And then we move forward. You, little guy, go forward as well. And we have hidden, and now we go. Now we go forward. Speed up a little bit as well. I don't think those guys are going for us. They're going to just sail right on by. You keep start identifying the enemy ships. You are all... Let's see, you're going to go at 4.5 engagement range. You are also going to go at 4.5 engagement range, so you can try to follow the enemy. And cancel order and go. You guys are going to go at 0 engagement range, auto-engage. We are going to jump you forward, though. Identify the enemy fleet. Don't get too close to it, because they'll all run, though. And get ready to jump and hit them real hard. Go out here. Force them to deal with this. And yeah, turn away from us. Turn away from us. This is going to end well for you. Jump in now. Oh yeah, there's the dispersions. We're going to let that stasis bomb hit us, unfortunately. It is what it is. We'll just be able to jump out of it soonish. Keep hitting those enemies. Yeah, there we go. Swarm killers. It's what they do. You guys go and support them. And you guys go and support them as well. Got to get them lit up where / marked up, or you know what, need you to get you a little bit closer to properly mark everybody up. You are our admiral ship. I do want you to scarab swarm up yourself, and I want everybody else to get identified. There we go. Number 1 target is the admiral, obviously, and then we watch the show for at least 20 seconds. At which point we jump the other ship forward. Here comes the IMOTEK Cairn. Probably going to be a very tough time ramming the enemy fleet, but it is good at destroying them. The more enemy ships there are, obviously, the more effective this particular ship is. Like we saw with that Pyroclastic Titan, when there's only one insane amount of HP ship, it's very tough for these ships to actually deal with them. Alrighty, here we go, and you want to board the Admiral here? Why not? Why not? We could do a Resurrection Orb as well. Ooh, we could also force them to rout, most likely. Chip, you could ram them. Here we go, come on, come on, come on. Ooh, 1 ram, very nice, and 2 ram. You may not be the Admiral, but yeah, you might have earned something. At least Lord status for that, damn. Although I'm willing to bet that, there has to be a Lord on top of a, like a regular Necron Lord on top of any Cairn. It is a tomb ship, and I really doubt that a regular... any non-Lord level Necron would be piloting it. I don't think it would have to be an Overlord, although who knows. Let's see, anyway. Enemies are just about dead. Did you survive, Dirge? That's hilarious, I didn't realize that. You guys all move forward. Identify the enemy ships, please. And yeah, mark them up. I don't even care about the waste of the extra marks there. You can switch to reloading because there's now not a lot of love to spread around. There we go, and we took like no damage. Well, a little bit of troop damage, although we do have Resurrection Orb, but yeah, basically no damage here. I thought the Drukari might be giving us a better fight, but unfortunately not. In fact, let's just speed up the rest of this. Alright, we'll do one more battle, even though we're out of time. I want to do one against the Space Marines, because I do expect they will be even tougher than the Tyranids, and probably the only one that we might possibly lose. Although they do like close combat themselves, they also have very heavy armor, and if they bring some of their heavier ships, it'll be a lot more dangerous, because we'll just lose too many troops too fast. So, not the... well, other Necrons might be fun as well, but... let's go with Adeptus Astartes, a launch, get to it. I feel like I always end up going overtime. And even when I don't have to hold myself back. Damn you, game. This is all your fault. Alright, last battle. I think we've seen these ships show off enough. Let's take them in. You guys are going to go out here, wait for the ordnance to come in. You guys are going to go behind them. Same sort of setup as usual. 1, 2, 3. And disperse, disperse. Run silent. You are going to go up close, ready. Oh, they did bring a single Titan. Ah, and it's a Hrafnkel. Ooh, so they're gonna like close combat just like we will like close combat. Pretty neat, I like it. We'll see how well this we can handle it. Destroy the swarm first, and then go back for the big ship after they're all dead. All right, there we go. Now we're hidden, and we can freely move forward. Go. You guys follow along as well. We're going to set you to 4.5 engagement distance. We're going to set you to 4.5 engagement distance. We're going to set you to 0 engagement distance. And we're going to get ready to jump. Although, let's, you know what? Starpost wave here. Defensive fighters. I want those, I want all these taken care of. And just in case. I'd rather not jump around them. Alright, you little buddy, be careful. Alright, they have identified you. Ooh, I love watching the Hrafnkel shoot those shotguns. The light macros, they're just so great. Yeah, I love watching them explode all over the place, too. What a fun little ship. Hey, don't let these things get closer, come on. I want you to defend us for a reason. Huh, well, trying to go after this little guy. Are those boarders or bombers? You know what, identify just in case. Can't quite tell. Alrighty, well, you guys move it. Hey, oh, did you? Of course you rammed into each other. Of course you rammed into each other. I'm not actually sure you're capable of not ramming into each other. Move in. And move in. There we go. And you guys all cancel order. And auto-engage. You guys, auto-engage as well. Cancel order. Let's use that Scarab Swarm. And you know what? Maybe we'll have one ship focus on... This is probably not a good idea. No, let's, I was about to say one ship focus on the Hrafnkel and then the other guys kill the rest of these, but no. Face towards what you're attacking. We'll kill the swarm stuff first. I want you boarding this battle barge here. What are you? A Vulcan's Flame. Ram it if you can. Kill this stuff first, and you know what? Let's identify it. There we go. You guys, are you guys gonna ram into each other too? Hopefully not. Alrighty, well, our rams are being effective. Actually, we're doing fairly well against the Space Marines thus far. I was expecting a little bit more trouble, but you know, the Hrafnkel is going to be tough to bring down, just like that Pyroclastic Titan was. So we let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Let's also use a Ancestral Terror on ourselves. All right, very nice, very nice. You guys almost ready to switch to reload. I think as soon as one of these ships die, that's when you switch to reload. Get these out. Oh, damn, the boarders made it through. My bad. My bad, should have launched the defensive fighters. Oh well, too late now. Switch to reload, the both of you. You guys all switch to reload, in fact. And here we are. Ooh, lovely. They're gonna use torps on us, but it ain't gonna work. Alright, you. Jump behind it. You. Jump in front of it. And attack it. You know what? Hit it with some defensive fighters. You go out of there. Although that'll allow them to shotgun you. I'm not sure you actually want to ram this thing. Kind of hard to say. It has more mass than us, so that's a definite concern. But if we trap it like this, it's only going to be able to fire its forward weaponry at us, now that I think about it. Although you... Oh, whoa, what the hell is that? Oh, that's an interesting effect. Huh. So does it transfer the force of one ship ramming into another ship? I've never seen that happen before. It started taking way more damage than it was before. Well, that was an accident, but at least we learned something. I should not have done that. It's like those clacking metal balls, right? Yeah, I think that's what happened. I don't think it could have launched torps because we would have been too close for the torps to do anything. Well, now you're probably going to be forced to rout. That's a problem. You know, the funny thing is we would have won if I hadn't done that. I just wanted to do it for fun, and, you know, now I'm paying for it. Everybody, board this ship as you can. If it can cause it to call to arms, probably should have boarded it before. Yeah, see, this ship is gonna rout. That's the biggest issue here. Override. Well, scuttling it would be pointless. Let's launch some defense. Are you kidding me right now? Yeah, because clearly right now is when you need to ram into each other, guy. Thanks. Let's launch some of these, and you guys, just surround it. Hit it in the back. Do whatever you can to kill it. Are you gonna hit us with some sort of bomb thing? You know what, let's also mark the enemy up. Get a little bit more damage. You can't jump, unfortunately, but the rest of you can fire. You, transfer troops. Keep attacking, keep attacking. It's a close one. Everybody keep in reload. Oh, it's a stasis bomb. That actually might be a good thing for us. That was really cool, though, how we rammed one... Oh, yeah, I guess we essentially rammed this ship into this ship, and because it has a spur and the force was translated on top of that. That was still really cool. Unfortunately for the Hraffenkel, I think it's not going to be enough. We have a lot of these little supporting ships that are doing real good, and on top of that, we are doing a very nice job critting it out. We also have to remember always that the Necron ships, by virtue of having no... being immune to criticals, or at least the heavier Necron ships by virtue of being immune to criticals. What? I thought that looked like it hit you, but you're still fleeing. Coward. By virtue of being immune to criticals, they don't get a lot weaker as the battle goes on, whereas this ship is now considerably weaker, and is about to die on top of it. Fare thee well, although you did a good job with your spur. You're kind of stuck in a weird position now. Oh, I guess it's firing its light macro turrets at us. It's just not firing its plasma macro. Oh, almost all of its light macro turrets were gone, though. 4 out of 14 left. Very, very nice. I thought for a second when I kind of suicided our admiral there that it would have ended poorly for us, but it looked like we did more than enough damage to bring home the win. And that I'm happy with. Alrighty, well, that's it. We're obviously out of time. We went over time, I do believe, so that is that. Next time, we will be moving on to yet another very fun close combat ship, unless I'm mistaken with regards to the point cost, the Apophis, and one of my favorite ships in the game as well, because they're just so crazy fun to use. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget to leave a like and comment for your friendly neighborhood heretic. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.